check in with her now.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Williams. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's Graham. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Here's Carr to throw. Right side, it's Graham. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
Straight ahead, it's Danzy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Carr. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Got 9 yards on the play. Leaves him with third and a yard.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space, and I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Carr above the noise. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
The missed 51-yard field goal now gives this offense good starting field position at its own 34. Out wide right, it's Armstrong. Turns it on in midfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Using his feet. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Reed. Fires to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They'll recover it right there. Ball will stay with the return team. Great alertness, and man, you want to talk about avoiding a catastrophic error there.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks at it a game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They give it back to him. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Reed on the play action. Still looking to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
On the run, it's Owens. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Reed. Here comes the heat. And he never had a chance. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Trying to do it himself. Across the 25. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying to knock it.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Keeps it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
From the gun, it's Walton. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Here's Reed to throw. Right side, it's Owens. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Aggies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They're all over him. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throwing, Carr. Quick completion on the out. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
And he gets it away.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd and long here. Play action, Carr. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Knocked down immediately.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Throwing Reed. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now on the counter. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Might as well give it to him again. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Carr. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not...
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Reed. Right side, it's Bussey. On the move at the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The Aggies want to crank the tempo.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Under pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Carr to throw. Out wide right, it's Graham. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Out wide left, it's Walton. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Walton. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And it's no good. He missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Going to the run, it's Walton. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Now here's Carr. Looking to the end zone. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Dead center perfect. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Reed to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Play fake, Reed. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Tight end now in motion. Throwing Reed. Left side is Bussey. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. It's 3rd and 5. To the air, it's Reed. Throws for the tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And they can't make the connection.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Carr above the noise. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Upstairs to make the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They'll move the tight end. Quick give. It's Walton. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Right back to the well. Sweet cut there. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Throwing, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Irish!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. On the return, it's Bussey. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Play action with Reed. Going for the big play. Goes high to pull it in. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that shows you the importance of the run game and balance on offense. They run the football. Next play, they come back. Safeties, linebackers, bite on the run, opens up the big pass down the field. He catches it, and he glides into the end zone for 6.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hits inside. It's Walton. Turning it on. Pass to 50. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
They'll ride the hot hand. Pass to 6. Finds a crease at the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Reed. Fires quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They want to throw it. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
I think the quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throw, throwing it off his back foot, led to the incompletion.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He lobs one high down the left side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. Like this, obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Carr. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Air in the gun, third down. Here's Carr on the move. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Breaks into the open. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll ride him again. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. From deep, it's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Makes the grab. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Right back to the well. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Right side, it's Riley. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Reed unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
On the move, he fires. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move them on the counter. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Takes a shot at the end zone. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator. Try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. See some running room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Here's Reed to throw. Rush right in his face. Complete in the middle. Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. They'll send the tight end in motion. Sets his feet. It's Reed. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Aggies. Fitted in the window for the score. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Deep in the end zone, it's James. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. 2nd and long here. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.